confines of Ron Joyce Field here on the campus of McMaster University, where this afternoon the Nora Henderson Huskies, formerly the Barton Barons in another life, now the Nora Henderson Huskies, take on the Orchard Park Patriots in the 2016 Tier 2 Hamilton High School Football Championship. Matt, this could be a great football game. This quarterback is huge.
He's 6'5", 260 pounds. I've never seen a guy in high school this big before.
He could be the first quarterback recruited to play offensive tackle in the OUA.
Tight end, anything. You can put him anywhere.
Let's just join the national anthem. We'll be back with all the action in a moment.
At this time, we call the captains to center field to meet with our officiating.
With that stirring rendition of O Canada, our national anthem, we're just about ready to get underway, and you can see the officials heading to midfield to meet with the two clubs' captains and decide who will kick off and who will receive the opening kickoff. Now, look, Matt, today, I got up at 5 o'clock to go to work this morning, and it was a lousy day, and I was thinking it's going to be horrible. But it's wondrous out here now.
Yeah, this isn't going to affect the game whatsoever.
No,
this
it's
is
beautiful.
Great. This is perfect football weather.
And walking into the stadium today, I was talking to a couple of fans who had packed everything in their bag, rain gear and cold weather gear and everything. It's just absolutely gorgeous out there today. Tell me a little bit about these two football teams.
Well, I could tell you.
Now, wait, don't jade this, because I know you have OP history. So,
well, what I know about OP is they have been out of the last 14 years, they've been in the championship 7 times. They've won it 3 times. They're trying to win their 4th today here. So,
wow,
yeah, they're a powerhouse.
Now, and when I was in high school, that was back in the paper helmet days. Nora Henderson was Barton Secondary School, and they had a terrific program for a long time. Frank Estasi was the head coach there for many years, and now he looks after recruiting and has been a coach at McMaster for, more than a decade now.
I believe even a CFL player came out of there, Brian Crawford.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Brian Crawford, who then went on to work in the OUA. So let's take a look at the regular season standings. You can see Orchard Park 6-0, or 5-0 rather. 127 points for, and they've only allowed 24, so either they've got a very good defense or they were always got out in front a lot and somebody was trying to come from behind and couldn't. Nora Francis, on the other hand, 3-2, only 73 points for and 64 allowed. They've allowed 40 points more than Orchard Park, and they've scored 50 less. So it should be interesting to see what kind of a matchup we have here today. Numbers-wise, Nora Henderson has just under 30 players, whereas Orchard Park has got a full stable.
Yeah, they're pushing towards 40 players, and I think early in the game it won't matter, but later in the game, when guys start to fatigue a little bit, then you might see Orchard Park
Fair enough.
pull away a little bit with the numbers.
And I'm anxious to see this. Let's get this game underway pretty soon. Henderson is lined up to kick off to Orchard Park. Going from right to left on your TV monitor. Orchard Park in the darker blue jerseys with the red numbers. Nora Henderson in the Huskies are wearing sort of a blue silvery color jersey with silver helmets. And they will be kicking off to Orchard Park as we get this title game underway.
Yeah, these two teams met the first game of the season. Orchard Park beating them, I believe, 24-0 in that game. And I think Henderson wants some redemption in this game for sure.
Well, and we talk about this all the time. People get so excited when their team is 3-0 or 4-0, but it's not where you start that matters in the season. It's where you finish.
It's where you finish.
No matter how they got here, Henderson is here today playing for the title against Orchard Park.
Yep. They've had 6 games to get it together.
Short kick over to the sidelines. That's fielded and down right at about the 32-yard line are the Orchard Park Patriots. That's where they will scrimmage 1st and 10. Brandon Duick was the return man for Orchard Park. Wisely caught that ball, and knowing that he didn't have much of an opportunity to get a return, just took a knee right on the spot.
Orchard Park set up with good field position anyways. No sense taking a chance on things.
Devin Dallas, the quarterback for OP. He's got 3 receivers flanked to the wide side of the field. Inside handoff, trying to go up the middle. They do, and getting him across the 30 to the 40, across the 45 to the 50 to midfield. And just like that, Orchard Park's Connor Holman takes a handoff and bursts across the right side of the formation for a huge gain, starting at his 33 and going all the way to the house. 1 play, 1 score for Orchard Park.
Austin Krasulia going up the middle and cutting it outside when he saw daylight, and he went 80 yards up the sidelines.
And when he got into that secondary, there was nobody between him and the end zone. Convert attempt is good. So we have barely scratched the surface, and Orchard Park is out to a quick 7-0 lead over Nora Henderson. Let's take another look at this touchdown run. Straight handoff, and
he just bounces outside. Sees daylight. There's nobody going to touch him at that point.
And no one has an angle on him, and it's just straight speed.
I guess
nice way to start the day. 1 carry, 77 yards.
Yeah, he's on pace to average 77 yards a carry this game.
Not bad. Not bad. Not a lot of guys could maybe hope for a 1,000-yard day. Orchard Park now to kick. Dallas also handles the kicking duties for OP. Nice return by Henderson. They get the ball all the way up to the 35, so 2 more positive yards than what Orchard Park had for their first play from scrimmage. Let's see what the Huskies can do and how they can respond to that initial touchdown by Orchard Park.
Excellent kickoff by Dallas there. The only problem with a deep kickoff like that is it opens up everything. Everybody's spread out across the field, so a nice return, but unfortunately it looks like it's negated by a penalty.
Penalty against the Huskies will push them back, so they'll start this drive much closer to their own goal line. That's a big penalty, and those are the kinds of things that just drive coaches insane. You know, you got to respond. You've got decent field position, but then you lose half of it through penalties. So Henderson will scrimmage just across their 10-yard line. Tyler Moffitt, the quarterback. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Moffitt back, looks, throws, hits a quick hitter and a slant, trying to spin and make something happen, but gaining little or no yards was his receiver Rainey Naple.
Yeah, his receiver just ran a quick hook pattern.
Sorry, that was Tijan Sa.
Receiver just ran a quick hook pattern there, and Orchard Park was on him very quickly.
Well, and you've got a 6'5" quarterback. You've got to think they're going to want to throw and take advantage of his height advantage.
Absolutely. Yeah, he'll be able to see anything on the field, what's going on.
Moffitt again. There's a handoff on a bit of a reverse, trying to get something going to the outside and snuffed out by the Orchard Park defense. Their first play, they went a quick hitter to the right side, then they tried to come back over to the left side of the offense in the defense's formation, and nothing doing, so that'll bring up 3rd down now for Henderson, and their punting unit will come on the field. 9:43 in this opening quarter. 7-0 Orchard Park jumped out to a first early lead. One play from scrimmage for the Patriots. Punter stands at about his 2. Fields a high punt, kicks it all the way up to about the 45. It'll bounce to the 50 and trying to get something going to the outside. They do. And a nice return down to the 30-yard line of Henderson. So Orchard Park's second possession of the game will start in excellent field position at the Nora Henderson 30-yard line.
And Derek Wozniak just lays the returner out on that play. Excellent tackle.
Matt Chuka, the quarterback, breaks the huddle. Again, 3 receivers line up to the wide side of the field, 2 to the near side, lone back. Chuka in shotgun. There's another handoff. Tried the same play to the other side and stuffed almost right at the point of attack. And brought down is Krasulia.
And here's a replay of the tackle on the punt here. He just lays him out.
Now Orchard Park mixes it up. They've got 3 receivers to the near side, 2 flanked out to the wide, single back. Shotgun, snap, drops back, looks, throws the ball down the middle of the field and over the hands of his intended receiver. That one not catchable, and that will bring the kicking unit on the field for Orchard Park.
Yeah, tried to run a post pattern over the middle.
Had his receiver open, but unfortunately, the ball thrown just a little bit too high and unable to corral it. Good attempt by Chuka. He had lots of time to throw the ball. They've had good blocking up front on their 2 running plays.
Yeah, one thing you can say for sure is Orchard Park O-line looks very strong in this game so far.
Very strong. Punting, trying to pin Henderson deep, trying to get it between the sidelines and the numbers, right down to the goal line where it's fielded, and trying to get to the outside and up to about the 15-yard line is Nora Henderson. Decent return. Penalty flag is down on the field, though. We'll have to wait and see what the call is.
Yeah, tackle by Grant Campbell. Excellent punt on that play.
Great punt.
Yeah, it hit about the 1-yard line. You can't punt it any better than that.
And the penalty is going to be going against Orchard Park, so that will improve
that looks
Henderson's
like
field position.
No yards. The ball bounced, so that's just a 5-yard penalty on that one. Oh, actually, they're getting the 15.
So the penalty, that'll put the ball out over the 20 to about the 22-yard line, and that's where the Huskies will scrimmage for their second possession of the ball game. Tyler Moffitt, their quarterback. He's under center now. 3 backs in the backfield. 1 goes in motion. Moffitt steps back, looks for a receiver, tries to throw something to the out to the field. He gets it. The ball complete over the 30 and up to about the 35-yard line is Trey Hamilton. Nice catch by Hamilton. Decent route. Moffitt put that ball right out in front of Hamilton. He ran into it, caught it, and moved the sticks for the first first down of the game.
That's right. Yeah, Moffitt just rolling to his right there. Finds Trey Hamilton wide open on the out pattern.
Moffitt under center. Hard to say under center when a man's 6'5". Over center, over tackle, over the guard. There's a quick pitch to the outside. And Henderson gets a little something rolling. They get out over across the 40 to about the 42 for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards on first down. And that's decent first down production.
Yeah, if they can get the O-line working like this, great protection. Opens up a big hole for the running back.
Nice run by Saw. Followed his blocking. Second and very mid-range, about 3 yards. Moffitt under center. They run it right up the middle of the football field and gained an easy first down. Looked like they were running a bit of a trap. They brought the tackle down from the right side to kick out, and they ran a trap just inside of him. And that's enough to move the ball up to the 50-yard line, which will give Nora Henderson another first down. Killing it in first downs is Nora Henderson.
They're moving the ball
They're all
efficiently.
over Orchard Park.
Yes. Moving the ball efficiently and with ease down the field now.
Moffitt in shotgun now. He's got receivers flanked evenly to both sides. Got one way out in match. There's a swing pass to him. He catches it. That's Saw. Nothing doing. Orchard Park snuffed that out. They had 3 defenders over there. Saw caught that ball and really had nowhere to go for it. Extremely well read by Orchard Park's defense.
Yeah, I'm surprised it got away from the running game there because the running game's been doing them some pretty good, doing them good here.
Well, they probably want to try to keep a bit of a balanced attack, see if they can miss Orchard Park up a little bit, but nothing doing that time. They snuffed that one out.
Yep.
Orchard Park with a 4-man front. 2 ends, 2 tackles, 3 linebackers. Cluster formation. Now he's going to take off himself. There's Tyler. It's up to the 45, the 46. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage was Tyler Moffitt, but that is going to stall their drive, and that'll bring the kicking unit on the field. But nice drive by Henderson. They advanced that ball, fielded the punt initially at their 1-yard line, got it out to the 15, got a little help from a penalty, and then this drive stalls just shy of midfield. Slow snap. Punter gets into it, kicks it away. That's Grandos. Ball fielded at about the 35, trying to get to the outside right now. Looking at Schill, trying to get it outside, and does. Getting outside is Subhan Malik. Malik with a nice big gain, rolls all the way out across the 45 to just shy of the 50. Malik strung that ball out, strung it out, strung it out. Didn't look like Nora Henderson had outside contained people downfield fast enough. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. It looked like he only had about 1 or 2 guys to beat, and he was off to the races. Orchard
Park now, their 3rd possession of the game. They're yet to get a first down. You know, this team's not
Yeah,
good.
just
I think we're first down by now. Of course, you do have a 77-yard touchdown. There's an inside hand fake and a rollout pass. Trying to get the man in the flat. He does. He's across midfield, down to the 45, and pushed into touch.
Subhan Malik, swing pattern to the left side, to the wide side of the field. He has some speed. He has some serious speed to burn there.
Well, and when they, running that 77-yard touchdown play on essentially that play and then running play action off, it's got to freeze the linebacker.
Absolutely.
First down for Orchard Park, their first of the afternoon. Chuka in shotgun. There's the handoff inside, trying to get to the outside, make something happen is Krasula. And we've got a penalty flag down. Early indications are it's against Orchard Park, but we will not venture into the unknown. We will wait for the officials to make that call.
And the officials are always right.
Always.
Always.
If there's one thing you've learned from your time in the broadcast booth, the officials are always right.
That's right.
And in fairness, they're there. We and you do this as a coach. You're on the sidelines going, "Oh no, you can't."
Yeah, we can hardly make out numbers
we're just
from
a half
here.
a mile away.
We can only assume.
So here's the indication now. So offsetting penalties. The longer penalty or the greater penalty against Orchard Park, so that will back them up. And we have a mulligan. End result of the play is a mulligan. No, the longer penalty was against Henderson. So Orchard Park now has the ball across the 40 at about the 37-yard line. Matt Chuka, the quarterback. He's in shotgun. 2-back set. Balanced attack. Receivers flanked to either side, and we're not quite ready to get underway. Official blows time in, and we're off. Chuka in shotgun. Another inside handoff. Trying the middle of the football field. Apparently Orchard Park likes to run between the tackles.
Well, they had early success.
They certainly did.
So why would you abandon it?
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
no, Nora Henderson is doing a fantastic job up front. That D line is just stopping everything since that big run.
Well, their front seven have been very aggressive so far. Let's take a look at this again. They like to hit that interior of the field, but Henderson is getting off their blocks and making tackles. That's good work. Chuka again. He's got receivers in motion. Rolls to his right, looking downfield, keeps his head up. He's being flushed out of the pocket and throws an incompletion, but nice job by Chuka. He rolls out, and you're the quarterback. You know this. He kept his eyes downfield looking for his target, even though he was running for his life.
He did, and the thing that impressed me most about that was how good of a play fake that was. You can see here on the replay, it was an excellent play fake. I don't think anybody really knew at first who had the ball. He kept his eyes downfield, but unfortunately there was nobody open for him, so wisely throws that one away instead of
Great job by
pick.
Henderson to pursue and get up in the air, elevate, so he couldn't see downfield. Orchard Park's punting unit. Decent snap, good kick. That one's heading for the sidelines, and that's going to bounce into touch. Just inside the Nora Henderson 20 at about the 17-yard line. So that's where Henderson will take over. 1st and 10 at about their 17-yard line. Tyler Moffitt, 6'5". I can't even imagine 6'5".
Yeah, I wonder what it feels like up there.
I have no idea. I think the air's thinner up there.
I think so. He's probably got to get some oxygen.
Probably. It'd take like a long time to get full too when you're eating, wouldn't it? Like,
oh yeah,
by the time all that gets all the way down there.
He probably has to take a knee in the huddle.
Probably. He probably does. Moffitt is under center. First play of this series. Two backs in the backfield rather. And there's a handoff, trying to get to the outside and making something happen, running off tackle. There they go. Henderson gets all the way up to the 35. They ran that ball off tackle. It's just a simple off tackle lead or dive type play, and able to churn up some yardage there. Razvahula Najabullah. Take another look at this. Watch. Now watch your right side of your screen. They've got two plays there. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody gets blocked, and then Raji just makes that to the outside and gets good yardage on first down.
If he could have just beat that cornerback out wide, he had daylight. He would have been in for a touchdown.
Moffitt, there's a quick toss, trying to get to the outside again. Working, trying to get outside, and incorrectly following his block. That time was Saw. T-John Saw working to the outside, thought that the blocker was going to take his man inside. He didn't. He gave up the outside, and that's where Saw was trying to go.
Yeah, Orchard Park did a good job shedding the blocks and getting outside, knowing who had the ball and keeping contained. No gain on the play.
2nd and 10. However, offensively, they've attacked the outside 2 plays in a row. So you wouldn't be at all surprised to see if they tried to come back to something in the middle or even ran that counter again.
He spread the field on this one. There's no running back there.
Moffitt with his receivers stacked on the near side of the field. Rolls, tries to hit a man out in the flats, and that ball just over the outstretched hands of Saw. He's not able to make that catch. The interesting formation they've got, where they got the 3 receivers lined up right behind each other in almost a bunch formation, but they're lined up in single file.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting formation there. On the play, I don't really blame the quarterback on that. He had a linebacker blitz straight up the middle there,
Absolutely.
right in his face immediately.
Henderson to punt. Orchard Park should get excellent field position out of this exchange. Snap is slow and high. Fielded. Punted. That's going to hit around the 50, but it's caught on the fly and tackled immediately by Kobe Trotman. Great tackle. And a nice return. Subban Malik catches this ball on the fly and heads straight upfield, and great technique breaking down and making the tackle. That's a great job right there by Kobe Trotman. Orchard Park, excellent field position as we head into the second quarter of today's Tier 2 Hamilton High School Football Championship. Seniors. glorious day. But I'm telling you, when I was driving to work this morning, I thought, oh, what a horrible day for football. And now look at it. It's absolutely fabulous.
You couldn't ask for any better weather conditions than this.
Well, take a picture. This is what I want the whole year to be like.
It'd be nice if the OFC Championship on Sunday was this nice, too.
Certainly would be. Orchard Park, there's a toss to the outside, trying to get there. Great blocking up front, cutting it back inside. And still on his feet as he crosses the 45 down about the 43 is Austin Krasula. Nice job by Krasula. He tries to get to the outside. Red is blocking well and then cut it back against the grain. That's where the cutback lane is inside. The greatest cutback running back I ever saw was Danny McAloon of the Hamilton Hurricanes. He would be going right and then cut back left, and all the defense would over pursue.
Oh, absolutely. And he also put a spin move on the guy, too.
Oh, he had the best cutback move of any back I've ever seen. Orchard Park moving the ball nicely. There's Krasula again, tries the left side. No opposition. He gets to the outside. Finally met by a Nora Henderson defender at about the 29. Wrestled down at the 27, and flags fly.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
I think that one of the Henderson players is a little frustrated and let his frustration show on that tackle, and that's going to give Orchard Park better field position.
Yeah, an unnecessary late hit on Krasula after a great pickup on that play, running off tackle left.
Well, and you can understand the frustration. The thing is, though, even at this level, you've got to keep that out of your game, because Krasula gets outside and then he gets tackled and there's a late hit. I understand the frustration, but there is no place for that. You've got to keep yourself under control, or it's going to negatively impact everyone else on your football team.
Yeah, that especially hurts in a championship game. The two teams are very evenly matched. And penalties like that will hurt you.
Frankly, instead of scrimmaging at the 22 or the 27, Orchard Park is now in business deep in Henderson territory with a 7-0 lead.
At the very least, they're in field goal range immediately.
When I was a young lad, just after we got the motor car, we played Barton.
They had cars back then?
Yeah, but you had to crank them. We beat them 2-1.
2-1?
Rain, 2-1.
3 Rouges in the game?
3 punts. All the scoring. Beat them 2-1.
Taking place in our great city. Don't miss out. Visit VaniaCup.com today.
Under the direction of Mikko Poliziani, former Cathedral Gale and Montreal Alouette. May he rest in peace. Was a wonderful man. Now we had former Hamilton Tiger Cat great Steve Honestchuk was our principal.
It sounds like a defensive struggle that game.
It was a rain struggle.
A rain struggle.
Yeah. Another handoff to Krasula. He's powering down across the 10 to about the 8-yard line. And I think Orchard Park is going to try to outmuscle Nora Henderson and drive this one to the end zone.
Yeah, it should be interesting what kind of play they come up with on this one here. The running's been working very well for them. I'd be surprised if they got away with it, but I understand if you want to spread them out after all the running plays they've been doing.
Chuka, hands off again, up the middle. They like to run between the tackles, and now they're running between the guards. And up the middle of the field, right into the heart of the defense.
Yeah, why not keep it on the ground? It's been successful for them so far, but now they've got a decision here on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd down. Now, so if you're Orchard Park, let's take a look at the replay again. Straight handoff right up the middle of the field. He gets his shoulders now, gets braced for the impact, and drives upfield. But if you're Orchard Park, you're going to gamble, because if you don't, make it, then Nora Henderson's got 110 yards to go. If you do make it, you keep the drive alive and score eventually. There's the hand-up pitch to the outside. Flags are down, and trying to get his way into the end zone.
Down to the 1, however,
not making it, but probably has more than enough yards for the 1st down. But let's see what the flag is. It was on the far side of the field, right where Orchard Park was trying to run the ball.
Orchard Park has been running the ball between the guards and the tackles, and they decide to pitch it out to the left here to the short side of the field.
Penalty is against Nora Henderson, so 1st down for Orchard Park. Bad insult to injury. 1st and goal for the Patriots from the 1. That's as close as you can get in Canada. I wouldn't be surprised if Chuka called his own number. Defense is in the end zone. You have 1 yard to go. And that's exactly what happens. Chuka plunges into the end zone. No official indication yet as to whether there's a touchdown or not.
They substituted Chuka out on that play and put in linebacker Brandon DeWick.
Okay. Bigger body.
Yeah, I can see the mentality behind that. That was a good idea, but Henderson just great up front on that play.
And the same thing, there's a fumble.
Two plays in a row, the same play.
Defense is stiffening. Ran the same play. It was a quick count. He just taps the center's butt, takes the exchange and goes. But as you see, he fumbles the ball. Watch this. Now, see, he just taps the center's butt. He snaps the ball, drops it, and has to go down and pick it up again. They're still short. That Henderson defense playing tough. 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. There's the handoff, and nothing. Stop it.
Second touchdown of the game for Austin Krasulia. This one only a 1 yard run.
Only 1 yard, yeah. 76 yards shorter than his last touchdown. But Krasula ran to the left side. They created a bit of a hole, and he just used his speed and strength to get into the end zone. Excellent defensive stand, though, by Nora Henderson to stuff Orchard Park twice on 1st and goal. Convert attempt. It's good.
Ultimately, it was Orchard Park that came away with the 7 points. But you have to give credit to the D-line of Henderson. They
great job by the defense. They shut down that interior quarterback sneak twice. Not easy to do, especially when you're already lining up a yard off the ball and they only have to go 1 yard. So although Orchard Park scored, Henderson should be proud of the defensive effort by that interior 7.
Yes, Brady Lewis and company just shutting the door on the run game from up the guard and the tackle there for Orchard Park.
Granados and Saw back to return this kick. And that one's going to come to Granados. He hits him in the feet. He's across the 25 to the 30, trying to get outside, looking for a block. Doesn't get anything. And he's dropped at about the 29-yard line. So after giving up their second touchdown today, Nora Henderson will scrimmage 1st and 10 at their 29-yard line on a beautiful sunny day at Ron Joyce Field here on the campus of McMaster University, where hopefully many of these players will graduate and come to school, and their fans.
Yes, be nice to see Henderson string together another good drive here. It'd be nice to see them push the ball a little bit deeper this time. Maybe they could potentially get in the field goal range and put some points up this drive.
Under center now. Dropping back, there's the handoff. Second man through. He's trying to get to the outside. Straight arms the man, gets across the 30, 35, the 40. If he could pick up a block, he could go. He's up to the 45-yard line on 1st down. That's another excellent run by Rahula Najabullah. Great block, great straight arm there. Defense, the outside backer tried to make the tackle, but Nabula pushed him to the ground and kept going, kept his feet churning, and got a good 1st down for the Huskies.
That's 2 runs now that he's been able to break outside.
He's got good power. They have Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside in their backfield.
Yes, he's a powerful running back.
Him and he and Say. There's a delayed handoff. That's Say coming back the other side. Or rather, that's Hamilton. Hamilton gets to the outside, makes the man miss. No, sorry, I stand corrected. That was Say. And another big gain on 1st down for Henderson. What they did was they ran that misdirection and brought it back to the backside with Tijan Saw, not Say, Saw. And he gains a big 1st down for Henderson. Great response to that touchdown. 2 big gains on 1st down.
Yeah, we can see what's working well for Henderson. Just keep the ball on the ground and run it off tackle left or off tackle right.
Moffett under center. 2 backs behind him. Drops back. There's the handoff again. And busting it up the right side is Najibullah. And he'll get it across the 50 down to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Najibullah is just a workhorse there. No one can take him down. He's a very powerful running back.
Young man.
Yes.
But is he getting it done in the classroom? That's what matters.
That's what matters most.
Moffett under center. Sa and Najibullah in the backfield. And here comes the toss to Sa, trying to get to the outside. Gets a couple of blocks. He's patient, patient, waited on his block to develop, got across the 40, and more than enough to move the sticks again. This is a tremendous response by Henderson. They had a good goal line stand, and now, after giving up that touchdown to Orchard Park, they've marched the ball down into scoring position. 1st and 10 at the Orchard Park 35-yard line.
Timeout called on the field by Orchard Park.
Again, what I liked about this run is watch the pay. Oh, there's Najibullah again with that power. But when they came back to this side and they had Sa, he had good patience when he got to right where his blocking was, had good patience to wait for it to develop, let his offensive line give him some yardage, and he got a big first down.
Yeah, a good 10-yard pickup there. I'll take that every single time. They're having a lot of success going outside with the ball.
And I'm wondering if long-term that's not going to open up the inside a little bit, because
yeah,
you think
it might spread the
OP's going to have to bring somebody outside a little bit to try to curtail that, which might open up the inside. Coaches head to their respective benches. First and 10. Nora Henderson Huskies at the 35. There's a great look at Tyler Moffett. Moffett under center. And he's looking to throw. He's got a man open. The receiver is way out to the far side of the field and incomplete. A little bit of hand fighting towards the end, but the defense and the offense have equal right to that ball. And unfortunately, that pass fell incomplete.
Yeah, that's a very long throw for Tyler Moffett. He airs it out. Just a little bit underthrown on that. If he throws that a couple more yards outside, that might be a touchdown, an easy touchdown.
It's a good throw, and from the defensive coordinator standpoint, you got to be aware of that. So they had man coverage, which is what you want in that situation. On the wide side of the field, it is a long throw, but it's planted a seed in the mind of the defense. Moffett under center again, 2 backs behind him. There's the toss to Sa. He cuts it back upside. Comes up in the middle of the football field, and Orchard Park rallies and brings him down at about the 30. He'll gain 5, but not nearly enough.
Yeah, you'd have to think 3rd down on the 30-yard line. They're going to be going for it here. 3rd and about 6 yards.
Wanting to get a score in before the half. Moffett in the huddle. You have your whole playbook in front of you on 3rd and 5.
I can't wait to see what they're going to do on
So
this
they
play.
break the huddle.
No running back.
Empty backfield, 6 receivers, 3 left, 3 right. Moffett hoping to get some time. Ball is snapped. He steps, looks, throws. He's got a man outside and overthrown. That ball lands in the dirt. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Orchard Park will take over at their 35, but an excellent drive by Henderson as they drove that ball all the way down to the Orchard Park 35-yard line.
Yeah,
and nice combination of running outside and inside to get there.
Yeah, they open up the offensive playbook there, and everything seemed to work well. Unfortunately, a couple missed opportunities there for Nora Henderson.
Here comes Orchard Park. Tuka, the quarterback. He's in shotgun. He's got 2 backs in the backfield. Takes a handoff, and there's the running game again. He likes to run the ball with number 4, who gets to the outside, tries to get outside, still on his feet, and wrestled down at about the 43-yard line as Crisula. His favorite runner. He likes to put the ball in Crisula's hands, and why not? The kid's gained yards on every carry today.
Yeah, he's been unstoppable. Great first down production.
Great first down production. There's Krasula, fights through one tackle, tries to cut it back inside, but he's brought down. Another handoff to Krasula. He tries the left side again, just over that tackle spot, and he'll get up to about the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. Gain of about 4. That'll set up 2nd and 6.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Chuka calling signals. Takes a snap, hand off to Krasula. He busts it up the middle, finds some running room, gets across the midfield stripe for another. Orchard Park first down.
And another big 10-yard run from Krasula.
Well, you've got to love that first down production. He's got 2 men out in front of him. Great blocking up front. Man on man, hat on a hat.
Yeah, you got to give credit to that Orchard Park offensive line.
They're doing an outstanding job. Chuka takes a snap, fakes it, hands off to Krasula again. He cuts it back inside and all the way down to the Nora Henderson 40-yard line. And this, Matt, you've got to start thinking that the numbers, the depth that the Orchard Park has in a roster versus the lack of depth that Nora Henderson has is going to start to take its toll, especially with a power running game right up the middle of the football field.
I believe you're starting to see that already. You can see the fatigue starting to set in for Nora Francis.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They give the handoff to Krasula again, who goes over the left side for a gain of about 3.
Henderson made a substitution there up front. Maybe that made a bit of a difference there. They're able to actually stop the run on that play.
The Patriots break the huddle. Chuka. 3-minute warning. Chuka in shotgun. There's the swing pass out to the flat, and that pass actually thrown behind Chuka, so if he had not caught it, it would have been a fumble. But the ball secured, and Chris Bender tried to get something happening, but nothing doing, and we've got flags down on the field.
Yeah, I think the Huskies lined up offside here on the defensive line,
which will give Orchard Park a free 5 and another 2nd down. You're absolutely right, Matt. They're marching 5 off against Henderson. That turns 2nd and 8 into 2nd and about 3. OP's got to get across the 30 to get the first down. Henderson digs her heels in. There it is again to Krasula. He gets to the outside. He's got the first down, and really not much more. Krasula pushed out of bounds, but he got across the 30. He should have enough yardage for the first down. It'll depend on the spot. Just a quick toss.
Gain of 2.
And right there, he gets some contact, and then it gets nice tackling. Nora Henderson has done an excellent job tackling. They've made some tackles downfield, to be sure, but they do a great job when they tackle. And a 3rd down gamble, a quick snap. Called Nora Henderson flat-footed, and Orchard Park will turn that 3rd down gamble into a quick first down.
It looks like they might be replaying the down because the referees didn't blow it in, so.
A little too anxious to get started.
Anxious.
Yeah. You can't play till the ref blows the whistle.
I don't think they're going to be calling that same play now. I think they're going to know.
And in fact, they did.
And they
stacked up and pushed back. It looks like Henderson.
Met by Kobe Trotman.
rose to the occasion, but we'll see where the spot is. Looks like they're across the 30, but they're going to have a measurement. Now that's drama, right? If he gets stopped a yard downfield, there's no drama. He gets stopped where he does, so now you've got drama. The officials requesting a measurement.
Yeah, it'd be unfortunate to see them turn the ball over on downs here, because they've done a great job of clock management.
Excellent drive by Orchard Park. And we'll have the measurement. The adulation will tell you who's got the first down and who's got the ball. And they're short. Nora Henderson will get the ball. A turnover on downs. Great defensive stand again by these Nora Henderson Huskies.
Yeah, now they've got about a minute left here to drive the ball down the field and try and put some points up before halftime. They need to get some momentum going here before they don't want it to get a little out of hand.
Well, and you can see where Henderson, with those two good backs to get Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside, you get the sense that they might just break one at any minute.
Oh, absolutely. They've come very close a couple times now, both running backs.
I'm on Gill, the slot on the near side of your TV monitor. Two backs in the set. There's a reverse handoff inside. Looked like there was a bit of a miscommunication. It took a long time to make that handoff. And they'll gain a couple on first down, nothing more. Play looked a little slow developing to you from the quarterback spot?
Yeah, there's something wrong about that play.
Now in the shotgun, looking to throw. Has a man, and the ball is knocked down. Incomplete.
I believe that was number 77, Dave Rowley of the Orchard Park Patriots. He's a big guy there. He knocked that down. And
the Huskies take timeout.
That's what they teach you to do as a defensive lineman. As soon as you see that quarterback cock his arm, get the arm up, and that's exactly why you do it.
He must be a pretty big guy to stop the throw of a 6'5" quarterback.
Well, I was down on the sidelines before the game watching these guys warm up, and they have got some big kids. Big kids. Rowley, Sandu, these are very large men. Very large men.
Very large, a large roster.
And there's a look at him as he's walking away. You can see he's still, and there's Sue again. They're a helmet above everybody else.
Be interesting to see they're gambling here on third down. Well,
time is quickly expiring, and as you said, Matt, Nora Francis is going to want to try to get something on the scoreboard before the half. They need to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, they've had a few opportunities to break it out and go for a long touchdown, but just kind of got caught up. Oh, and it looks like they're going to be punting with a man onside.
So the premise here, folks, is the onside man you can see who is behind the punter is eligible to go downfield and recover the ball. If Orchard Park does not do it, Orchard Park falls on the snap, and that will kill that pseudo gamble / punt.
Yeah, I think you've got to get the punt a little bit higher on that, more hang time for your onside guy to run down and recover it.
Absolutely, and the ball did not get high enough. There's a flag down on the play. Likely a no yards call, but again, no predictions. We'll wait till the officials make the determination.
5 yard, no yards against the Huskies. Roughing the kicker against the Patriots. Moved up 10 from the previous line of scrimmage and an automatic first down.
Oh, the infraction looks to have gone against Orchard Park.
Well, that's the best of all possible outcomes for Nora Henderson. The penalty against Orchard Park, giving Henderson the ball first and 10. And across their 40. Semi-roll, trying to find a man across the middle, and does complete out across the 50-yard line to Hamilton, who is getting up rather gingerly.
Yeah, Trey Hamilton just running an in pattern. He's wide open over the middle. Unfortunately, the linebacker was on him immediately.
Well, there's a great camera angle of it. Moffat gets up all to Hamilton, and watch as he's brought down, his legs are caught up underneath him, and he looks to be in some discomfort. The training staff out there quickly to give him a hand. Like to see him back in the game. You hate to see a guy miss some time because of injury, but Hamilton will have to come out for at least 3 plays.
Yeah, they've got him listed on the roster here as linebacker / slot back. So utility player like that, that's especially hard to lose, a guy that plays on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it's hard to replace depth when you don't have depth.
That's right.
And that's where the small roster size can come back and cause you some nightmares. But I'm sure they've got somebody ready to go if Hamilton's not able to get back into the game shortly. Orchard Park up 14-0. There's a good look at Brady Lewis. Number 58 giving a wave to mom and dad. Brady played with the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the OMFL last summer. The junior Ticats in the JV division.
Got to get a lot of good reps and good experience down there.
Well, you know, and that's the thing. If you're a high school player going back to high school, it's a great way to get ready for the season. Great experience, great coaching. Brady had sensational coaching. And then, you know, they come back and it's almost like you're in mid-season form when the season starts. So
yeah, exactly. You can really pick out the guys who play varsity football in the summertime because they learn a lot, and it really shows.
One that gives them a leg up on the competition, right?
Absolutely.
While they're attending to Hamilton, we should let folks know that Sunday, now the Bulldogs are on Cable 14 Sunday afternoon. Immediately following that game live, we'll go to the Hamilton Hurricanes. You've got something to do with this, Matt.
I've got a little bit of something to do with this. Yeah, we're in the championship, the OFC championship. We're back again. This is 6 out of the last 7 years for us, and trying to capture our first one since 2011.
And you know, we had that game against Ottawa a few weeks ago on Cable 14. That was a good night. Then I was at the Beefeaters game with my kids from Haldeman.
That's right.
The Warricanes, who had a great night.
Yeah.
Were singled out and recognized for what they've done in football this year. Junior football is a fabulous alternative. There's guys who in high school want to go on and want to continue playing, but for one reason or another, either they don't want to go to university, they want to go to community college, or they're finished their academics. And the CJFL, the OFC, is a very credible alternative for a lot of these guys who want to continue playing.
Oh, absolutely. It's an excellent league, and it showcases talent for many levels. We've even got guys that have played in the CFL playing on our team. So it's...
And I will tell you, there is a litany of players who played Hurricanes who went on to the CFL.
That's right. So it's an excellent option.
Jack Blair, Lee Knight, Dale Sanderson. Ball thrown up way outside and intercepted by Orchard Park. That ball thrown down to about the 24-yard line, where it's intercepted in the secondary.
Subban Malik there on the interception. He's been all over the field, offense, defense, everywhere. And shows off his hands there.
Well, Moffat throws this one up, trying to get it to the outside. Malik beats the receiver to the outside and just picked it off.
Yeah, you could
playing
tell
center field back there.
He's naturally a receiver, because if that was a defensive back, that probably hits his hands and
probably
goes out of bounds.
Yeah, or his face mask. Yeah, probably. Orchard Park will take over at about their 25-yard line. Another inside handoff, trying to get it now to the outside. Bumping that to the outside is Chris Sula. And he's brought down after a short gain. Time winding down in the second quarter. Orchard Park 14. Nora Henderson, no score. Chuka in the shotgun. Another handoff. busting it up the middle of the football field across the 30 and up to about the 34 as time expires in the first half. So the first half in the books of Tier 2 high school football in Hamilton. Orchard Park 14 and Nora Henderson Huskies no score. We will be back with the second half in just a few moments. Well, welcome back to Ron Joyce Field here at McMaster University, where the Orchard Park Patriots have a 14-0 lead over the Nora Francis Huskies in the Tier 2 high school championship. And Matt Francis, we were talking, first score, Orchard Park gets on the board on the first snap from scrimmage. But since then, it's been dead even, except for this young man and his efforts today. There's his initial run from scrimmage. And he got 77 yards on his first carry, the first snap from scrimmage. He's doubled that output. But again, half of their offensive production in the first half came off this run.
Yeah, Krasulia, he's got 15 carries, 148 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And their whole net offense is 178 yards, so he's 30 yards shy of the entire offense.
Well, absolutely, and he got 77 of them on his first carry. Really, for him, you've got to think that his second, third, fourth, and fifth snap of the afternoon have got to be very disappointing when you consider that his first play was a 77-yard touchdown. And since then, what's he done? Just 100 yards.
That's it.
100 yards is a great day for most guys. He got 77 on the first snap.
Exactly. And I'm actually really impressed by both teams. Their stats are actually fairly even. If you take away that, like you said, if you take away that long touchdown,
right,
the Huskies are right in this game.
Well, and you talk about a 6-0 team versus a 3-2 team. And look, we've said a couple of times, it's not where you start the season, but where you finish. And then, they come out with an early score. But Nora Henderson didn't fold to 10. And you'd think in a situation like that at the high school level, a lot of guys would be saying, oh, here we go. But they have not. And they have played very tough today after that first score. And it has been really anybody's ball game. Krasula's running has been the difference here throughout the entire first half.
Well, and not just that. I mean, it's only 14 points. It's only 2 scores.
Absolutely.
So it's far from over here. I've seen a lot of crazy things happen in football, and especially at the high school level.
And Henderson will have the first opportunity to respond offensively. As we can see, the injury card is out there coming off the turf here at Ron Joyce with, looks like we've got a Nora Henderson player. He's waving to the crowd as he exits in the back of the cart. He'll go over to the Med Center for a look. That's Hamilton. You're certainly in the right place. If you're going to be injured, this is the place to have it happen. We've got a world-class hospital right there on the horizon. So Orchard Park will kick off. Dallas puts his foot into it. There's a low driving kick that's going to land at about the 20 and up to the 30, the 35, cutting back the inside, the 40, the 45, out to the fifth field, midfield, down on the 45, the 40. It's a foot race, getting to the outside and pushed into touch, but not until after he crosses the 20-yard line. It's Tijan Sa. What a tremendous return. He ran this ball all the way back downfield. He caught that ball at about his 20 on the fly, drove it upfield. And, Matt, we've talked about this in the past, the kicking game. We really need, and folks don't often see this, but you need the kicker to get the ball up in the air so his return cover team can get down there. They weren't able to do that. Tijan Sa just about took that ball to the house. And Nora Henderson is set up 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of the Orchard Park Patriots.
Yeah, he outkicked his coverage. That's the only downfall of having a really strong leg as a kicker.
Moffitt hands off to Saw again. He's cutting it back across the 15 and down to about the 13-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5 on first down. As if he didn't run enough on the kickoff, they hand him the ball first snap from scrimmage.
Why not?
Why not?
Give him the rock.
Got the hot hand.
That's right.
You got a hot goaltender. You leave him in there, right?
And now look at that. They're down to the 13-yard line just like that.
Second and half the distance to the first down marker. There's a handoff again to the big man who's met in the backfield and stuffed. Henderson tried to get the ball in the hands of Najibullah, and he is met in the backfield and stuffed by a couple of Patriots.
Yeah,
that'll
Josh
bring up
D'Annunzio.
3rd and 9 for a loss of 4.
Josh D'Annunzio looked like he just went right through there untouched.
You think he's got a friend in the huddle? I mean, he seemed to know where the ball was going.
Yeah, he knew exactly where that play was going. Excellent job.
Probably good film study. Henderson will attempt now a 24-yard field goal. Moffitt the holder. Ball is down. It's up. And it is good. So just like that, Nora Henderson takes the opening kickoff into scoring territory and then is able to kick a 22-yard field goal to cut the lead to 11. Score now 14-3 for Orchard Park.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they couldn't get the ball rolling on offense. Before halftime they were moving the ball with ease. So
great response, though. You know, that's the way you're down by 2 scores. You want to start the second half with a possession that leads to a score. Excellent kickoff return, and they were able to muster a field goal attempt out of that to cut the lead to 11. 2-score ball game still. And Nora Henderson will now kick off to Orchard Park, going left to right on your television monitor. You got to call it a monitor now. You can't call it a TV set, right? Because people have monitors, and they can be watching it on cable14.com. There's the kickoff, pushed down to about the 25, trying to get upfield. Bellies around, pushed back, now cuts back upfield, up to about the 27, and drilled is Subin Malik. And Malik was drilled. We talked in the first half about Nora Henderson's tackling technique and what a good job they do. And there was another example. Malik tried to buy himself some field position and got drilled.
Jake Woolley on the tackle there. He
2 great special teams tackles, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matt Chuka remains the quarterback. He's in shotgun. 1 man in the backfield. 4 receivers. There's the handoff again inside, handing it off to Austin Krasula. And this time, the Nora Henderson defense rises to the occasion. Still, positive yards. This young man has not lost yards today on any carry. 2nd and 9. Chuka in shotgun. Flags are down. There's a quick hitter and had the man he wanted, had him open, but threw that ball a little bit too hot and a little too high. And depending on this penalty call, that will likely bring the Orchard Park punting unit on the field. But again, we'll have to see what the penalty is.
Yeah, Subin Malik just ran a straight gut pattern. He was wide open on the play, just a little bit overthrown on that. If he hits him in stride, that's an easy touchdown.
Penalty against Henderson. That'll move the Patriots 5 yards upfield, and it will repeat 2nd down. So 2nd and 5 now as a result. 2nd and 4, rather. Chuka in shotgun. He's got Krasula in the backfield. There's an inside handoff, trying to get across the middle of the field and up to about the 44-yard line, and it looks like Orchard Park has got it close to a first down. We'll have to wait for the official measurement. They didn't give the ball to Krasula that time. They gave it to the other back, and he ran that ball left.
Brandon Duick just powers his way for a nice first down there.
And that'll keep the drive alive for Orchard Park. 1st and 10, just shy of their 45. Chuka with a toss, trying to get outside and does. Flag is down in the backfield, generally where they would make a holding call, and the early indication is it's going to be a holding call against Orchard Park. which will push them back 10. Orchard Park obviously has decided that they're going to ride Matt Krasula, and why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
All the way to the promised land.
Yeah, 15 carries, 148 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's a season for a lot of guys.
That is a season. And one half of football. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do here in the second half for them, if he can maintain that level of play.
First down repeated. Now 1st and 20. Ball back at just shy of the 35-yard line. There's the pass down the middle. They went to that again and got it. Complete out to the 50-yard line. Subin Malik, who probably has what we've seen, the best hands on this team. It was the same play they ran about 3 snaps ago when the ball was just too hot for Malik. That one was on the money. He caught that up to about the 15. He got back 15 of the 20 yards they needed. Now we've got a penalty against Nora Henderson on top of that, so that'll be a first down for Orchard Park and move Orchard Park across midfield all the way down to the Nora Henderson 44-yard line.
And Subban goes up. He must have jumped 2 feet to catch that ball.
Another handoff to Krasulo. He finds a little space on the right side, busts it up the field. He's across the 40 to about the 39 for a gain of about 9.5 or 10 yards. Another first down for Orchard Park. Pretty decent field position when you can get 10 yards on first down. That's better than all right production on first down. Chuka remains in shotgun. Another handoff to Krasula. Tries the right side again and stymied right at the point of attack and brought down after a pickup of about 1.
And Najibullah on the tackle there. He's getting it done on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. That may have been the shortest run of the night for Krasulia. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play.
Chuka runs that inside handoff again away from Krasula, but Henderson rises and stuffs that one. So that'll bring third down and the kicking unit on the field for Orchard Park. Up 14-3. In this, the third quarter of today's Tier 2 Hamilton High School Football Championship from Ron Joyce Stadium at Hamilton's McMaster University.
And that last play there, Kobe Trotman. He just sheds the O-line, gets right in his face, and takes him down for no gain on the play.
Orchard Park to punt. Good snap, high a little bit, downfielded. And that one is going to be deep enough, and between the numbers and the out-of-bounds mark, it rolls out of bounds inside the 5, and that's where Nora Henderson will scrimmage. 1st and 10. Great decision on third down to punt that ball, because now Nora Henderson's got first down inside their 5. They've got 105 yards to go to get to the goal line.
Yeah, well, they've strung together some nice drives, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if they could put together a nice drive and go the distance. Wouldn't surprise me one bit.
They ran the ball fairly effectively to wind down the first half, so let's see if Orchard Park has made some adjustments in their defense to try to counter that. Tyler Moffitt. He's under center. There's a handoff, trying it outside, trying to bust it up the middle, and they do. Work to the left side and then cut it back inside, and a huge pickup on first down. That's enough to move the chains, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Nora Henderson as they get a first down deep in their own end, and they run this ball to the left, and then watch this cutback move right there, and then upfield, smart running, hit the ball north and south, and get what you can out of it. First down now.
You kind of get the feeling that the Huskies they're gonna break one of those at some point.
You can feel it, can't you? Moffitt. Oh. Another handoff. Oh, and what looked to be a face mask, and there's a flag down. We'll have to wait for the call, but and as we've said often, it's easy to see a face mask from here. What we perceive to be a face mask.
Yes. I think that one was quite obvious.
It appears that the officials are in agreement with us.
Yeah.
Now, and our camera guys are certainly aware of what's going on, and they got it right there. Yeah, see that? Only on cable 14 are you getting a clear view of that face mask.
Yep, you can't do that one.
Big first down for Henderson. Out across their 30 at about just shy of the 35. 2 backs in the set. Moffat under center. Moffat with a handoff. Second man. The lead play. Gets to the outside. Makes one miss. And then corralled at about the 40 and brought down at the 41 is Najibullah. Been a power on defense as a linebacker and certainly been a threat offensively carrying the ball.
He runs the ball with extreme power. You just have a feeling at some point one of these running backs is just going to break one here. They keep getting great first down production.
Second and very short for the Huskies. Moffat with a quick pitch. Trying to get the outside. They do. That's Saw. He's across the 50 and all the way up to the midfield stripe. That's a huge gain on second down.
So went from Mr. Inside to Mr. Outside.
Well, Tijan Saw, and he's a good visual runner using his vision to see where he's going. Watch this. He gets to the outside, sees the block. Now watch this cut back right here, and then gets north and south, gets all the way up to the midfield stripe. This is an excellent drive by Nora Henderson, who, remember, started this possession inside their 5 and are now out to midfield. Again, the handoff. Mr. Inside tries it outside, busts through a couple of people, and powers his way across the 50.
Yeah, this is an excellent 1-2 punch from Najibullah and Saw. Just one after the other. Alternating runs. And so far in this second half, Orchard Park hasn't had an answer for these two.
Well, I think Najibullah has been watching McMaster's own Chris Pizzetta run the ball because he seems to be, runs a little bit angry.
Absolutely. They're a fun team to watch, aren't they?
Aren't they? Tyler Moffat. Again, Najibullah tries the right side, or sorry, that's Saw. Tries the left side on a lead, corralled at the point of attack and brought down, but still gains positive yards on first down.
Starting to get a little predictable here. Najibullah, Saw, back and forth. But it's working well for them.
It's working. Third and short. Nora Henderson is going to certainly attempt this one. They need to gain a good 2 yards. Moffat is 2 yards tall, so all he has to do is fall forward. But Moffat under center. There's a handoff in the backfield to Saw. He's got the first down and more. As he crosses the 45 down to about the 43, again, the drive stays alive.
Keep the ball on the ground. It's working really well for them so far.
Well, it always makes me nervous on third down when you hand the ball off in your backfield. So you're starting from negative field position and have to gain 2 yards. And with a 6'5" quarterback, you'd think he's got to be big enough just to gain a couple yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, that's a big front up front for Orchard Park.
Yeah, the Huskies O-line's just been dominating this second half.
Moffat in shotgun. He's got receivers flanked on both sides. There's a fumble, and Moffat just collapses on the ball, and they will lose all the way back to the 50.
Moffat was turned around speaking to the
Yeah, it looked like that snap came up a little bit too early. Moffat wasn't ready for it. Hit him, and he fell on it. Just take another look. See, Moffat's still talking to somebody, and boop, here comes the ball. Bang, right in the head. Oh, hey, what's going on? Wait a minute. And Moffat smartly falls on the ball.
That happens.
Better than having a turnover. Moffat in shotgun. He's looking for someone to throw. Hits that swing pass out to Saw. He's got a couple of blockers out in front of him to the 45, to the 40, down to the 35, and pushed into touch, corralled and brought out of bounds at about the 31. More than enough for a first down, but there is a flag down on the play back at the 46-yard line. So we'll have to wait to see what the penalty was, but well-executed swing pass as they get outside, and there's a whole host of blockers out in front of him. Penalty is declined, so no flag. Flag was dropped in error. There's the official word from our official today, our head referee. Minute 8 remaining in the third quarter. A quarter that has been dominated by the Nora Henderson Huskies. They are at the 32. Started this drive inside their own 5. Moffat under center. There's the handoff. They're running that trap again. They brought the right tackle down to kick out, tried to run Saw up the middle, and he was curtailed right at the point of attack.
Yeah, linebacker Grant Campbell. 2 plays in a row now. He's in on a lot of plays, and he was in on that last one there too.
Great play by Campbell. Didn't fall for the motion, didn't fall for the kick out block. Stayed home and did his job. Orchard Park trying to stiffen. 2nd and about 9 for Nora Henderson. There's the handoff again. Rajabula. Oh, and he is stuffed. And Orchard Park's defense holds and shuts down Nora Henderson at about the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And surprise, surprise.
Yeah, Rajabula getting up rather gingerly. An Orchard Park defender also getting up gingerly. You can't have collisions like that and have people just spring to their feet.
Yeah, Grant Campbell in the middle of things yet again.
3rd and 9. Last play barring penalty of the third quarterback. Tyler Moffat, the quarterback, going for this. And has nothing, looking for someone to throw to. Big rush came upfield from Orchard Park. Moffat had nowhere to go with the ball, and Kosta Petrovic tackled him in the backfield for a loss. And the turnover, that'll be Orchard Park ball. 1st and 10 when we come back to the fourth quarter in just a second. It's a great play, great gamble. But obviously he had nowhere to go with that ball. No protection up front. Petrovic came blitzed on that play and was all over Moffat in the backfield.
Yeah, he I guess Moffat saw him out of the corner of his eye. It was either hit the ground there.
Well, Petrovic is up there almost before Moffat can get his feet set, and he had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, Petrovic was coming to ear hole. Moffat wisely hits the turf. Orchard
Park with the turnover on downs will scrimmage from just shy of their own 35. Chuka in shotgun, drops back. Here's the handoff, trying to get to the outside. And again, good tackling from the Nora Henderson Huskies. But Austin Krasula tries the right side of the offense. Gains a couple of yards. First down, maybe 8. The 2nd and short for Orchard Park. Tremendous first down production all day from Orchard Park. Krasula in the backfield. Chuka at the helm. There's Krasula again going left, trying to pick up the first down. He's out over the 45 and should have enough yardage for the first down.
Yep, they're just going to Orchard Park's game plan now, I think, fourth quarter, about 10 minutes to play.
Feed the beast.
That's right, feed the beast. Keep giving him the rock. Let him take 5 yards to carry.
Well, Orchard Park took over, and they have just grounded out in the fourth quarter. Up 14-3. Again, Krasula tries to get to the outside, cuts it back inside. We've got a flag down in the backfield. So we'll see what the result of that is. We've got a holding call against Orchard Park. Really, the only thing that can stymie them at this point is themselves.
Yeah, as you
11-point lead for the Orchard Park Patriots over the Nora Henderson Huskies on a gorgeous November afternoon at McMaster University. I can't wait for the McLean's poll to come out to see where Mac ranks again this year. Traditionally, they're very high in the university rankings. Undergraduate, postgraduate, doctoral. Chuka in shotgun. 1st and 20. There's the handoff, trying the left side again, getting out across the 40 up to about the 42. And lo and behold, Krasulo didn't carry the ball. Or Krasula, rather, sorry.
Yeah, Brandon Dweck just straight up the middle there. Decent carry on first down and just trying to grind this clock down.
2nd and about 13 for the Patriots. Nora Henderson got a whole host of guys rushing upfield, and they make a tackle in the backfield. And that will force Orchard Park to kick the ball away and give Nora Henderson another possession going into the shade.
At 9:35 remaining in this championship game. Or 9:43 rather.
Tijan Saw deep for Nora Henderson. And so is Abdullah Sadiq. There's the punt. It's going to be short, probably going to bounce. Oh, it bounces at the 40. Saw picks it up, tries to finds the sideline and gets across the 45 to about the 48 before he's wrestled out of bounds by Caleb Mahaffey. Let's take a look at some of the work of Tijan Saw this afternoon. Great job running the football by this young man. And he's playing offense and defense. Again, great speed, good quickness, good patience as a runner. Fighting for every yard.
And very durable, too.
Very durable.
He's been hit around quite a bit, but he keeps getting right back up and carrying the ball like it never happened.
Henderson breaks the huddle. Moffat under center. There's the pitch to Saw. He's trying to go to the left side. Gets upfield. Just to the midfield stripe where he's met by a couple of Patriots and brought down by Rob Kennedy and Grant Campbell.
Yeah, that great 1-2 punch there with Saw and Najibullah. I'd keep going with that straight down the field and see what they could do with that.
Well, it's been effective, but time-consuming. 8:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. 14-3, Orchard Park with the lead over Nora Henderson.
At some point, they're going to have to push the ball down the field, and that looks like they might do that right here on this play with an empty backfield.
Moffat in the shotgun. And Nora Henderson calls timeout. So 8:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. You're down by 11. Matt, you just, I think, hit the nail on the head. They're going to have to try to move the ball downfield to get a big chunk of yardage. What do you think is their best opportunity for success doing that? Who do you know? Who's your go-to guy from the receiving corps?
I mean, Orchard Park's secondary has done an excellent job shutting down any pass attempts that the Huskies have tried. So it's going to be hard for them to. They're going to have to either break a big one on the run or maybe send Saw out wide and see if you can hit him on a long pass, because definitely the quarterback here, he's got the arm to air it out. He's got the size, he's got the arm, so they're going to have to take a shot at some point here with time winding down in this championship game.
Abdullah Sadiq lined up wide to the left on the near side of the field. 3 receivers to each side. And they're in motion. There's a handoff to Saw. He busted up the middle, and he goes across the 50 down to about the 45-yard line for another Nora Henderson first down.
Yeah, excellent protection up front for him to get great production there. I think he picked up at least 8 yards on that carry, and he had one guy to beat, and he had daylight. That's been the story of tonight, really.
One step, one hand, one tackle away from busting it. 2-back set. Moffat, there's the pitch to the big man, Rabula. He gets to the right side, gets across the 40. And he's pushed to the wide side and corralled at about the 39 was And he
Doing a
had
great job here with the bend but don't break defense.
good 4 or 5 first steps, but then when he gets to the outside, he's a big load, and they brought him down. Orchard Park making a substitution. Nora Henderson now. 2nd and about 3. They're across the Orchard Park 40. There's the handoff to Saw. He's up to the 35, more than enough for the first down. That'll move the sticks. But time ticking away. Under 6 minutes and 50 seconds now. Nora Henderson needs 2 scores. Orchard Park 14, the Huskies 3, 6:35 and counting.
Well, you know, in 3-down football, 6:30 is...
That's 30 points.
Yeah, that's an eternity. So I wouldn't be surprised to see anything happen here in the last 6 minutes.
Tyler Moffitt under center, the quarterback. 2-back set. There's the pitch to Saw. Trying the left side. Gets a couple of blocks. Gets across the 40, 35, and down to about the 33-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think if I was Orchard Park, I'd be anticipating a long throw.
At some point, it's got to come.
At some point, it's got to come.
They've got to try something deep, if for no other reason than to make those linebackers back up a step or two.
Yeah, the linebackers are tightening up now and holding the running backs to 3 yards a carry now instead of 7 or 8.
Moffitt under center. 2-back set. There's the handoff to Saw. He busts it. And may get away, but no, he's brought down just after he crosses the 20-yard line. And what they're trying to do is hit that quick hitting offense where they have him start in motion early, pre-snap, go, get him the ball and get him right into attack mode right away. See, there's a quick hitter. It's just a turn and hand it to him. And he's running straight dive, trying to get him in a one-on-one situation where he can use his quickness and foot speed. Timeout on the field. We are under 6 minutes, 5:14 remaining in regulation time. The Orchard Park Patriots 14 and the Nora Henderson Huskies 3. It's a great look at Gurjot Sandhu, a large boy from Orchard Park. Done a great job for them up front defensively today. He plugs a lot of holes, that boy.
Absolutely. Wonder what the teams have up their sleeve here with the 2 timeouts, with the timeout called here. I wonder what we're going to see.
Nora Henderson trying to get into the end zone. They have not been an overly productive offensive team. They run a reverse. Trying to get to the outside, he does. Makes one miss, gets up to the 10, and wrestled down at about the 22-yard line is Derek Wozniak. What a great play. They've had a steady diet right-left of 2 and 30, and now they run a reverse to Wozniak coming from the far side of the formation.
And that is
and he's
first
got
down.
Henderson set up with a first down and in scoring position deep in Orchard Park territory.
They took advantage of the timeout there and came up with a great play call.
Great run by Wozniak. You need him to get north and south sooner than he did, but he's across the 10. And they've got 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. There's another handoff trying the left side. Had nothing doing. They get shut up at about the 6. That's Saw. Trying to run it inside, and he gets met at about the 6. And we have a flag down, I think, right where Saw was brought down. Penalty against Orchard Park will bring up a first down, and Henderson deep in Orchard Park territory.
This has been a long drive, too.
Long drive, time-consuming drive. And that just might be the axe that Henderson has to grind. There's Moffitt under center. Moffitt looks, there's a handoff, trying up the middle of the field, and they hit pay dirt. Tijan Saw ran that little counter right off the left side, went between the guard and the tackle, and worked his way into the end zone, and that cuts the Orchard Park lead to 14-9. and on to attempt the convert. Moffat, the holder. Ball is down, it's up, and it is no good. No good. So Orchard Park 14, and the Nora Henderson Huskies 9. But the Huskies get in the end zone. Here's another look at that touchdown run. There's Saw running just reversed, but they're just almost doing a cross in the backfield. And here he comes running right to the point of attack, following his blockers, getting into the end zone.
Yeah, now we've got ourselves a football game. 4-point game.
And for a team who has not spent a lot of time in the end zone, getting into the end zone in this Tier 2 championship is certainly something to be celebrated.
Absolutely. And one thing that's impressed me most about the Huskies here is their lack of size on their roster. I mean, they've only got 27 guys, and they're not fatiguing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And in the first half, it looked like they were starting to wear down. They have lots of energy now. And they will kick the ball away to Orchard Park with 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in regulation. Down by 5 are the Huskies. Orchard Park will attempt, or Nora Henderson rather, will attempt a short kick presumably. Trying to get the ball back and go back in and score. Orchard Park has got lion's share of their people within 15 yards of the ball.
Looks like maybe an onside kick attempt
10 of
here.
12 Patriots are between the 50s. The 45 and the 50 anyway. And here we go. There's an onside kick. That one goes out of bounds in the air.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do as a kicker is boot the thing.
Yeah, the worst thing you could possibly have happen. Now, a lot of schools, a lot of kickers will kick the ball into the turf and have it bounce up in the air, try to get some height on it so they can get downfield and recover it. The last thing you want the kicker to do is kick it out of bounds, and that one went straight out of bounds like a free kick in a soccer pitch.
I think people underestimate how difficult that really is to do and to perfect.
Oh, absolutely. And especially, how many times would you run a short kick during the season? 3 times maybe?
Yeah, not very often you get yourself into that situation.
So Orchard Park takes over at their 50-yard line. Up by 5. Matt Chuka, the quarterback. Officials having a conversation with the Orchard Park and the Nora Henderson coaches before we get this possession underway. 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in regulation time. A beautiful, beautiful sunny afternoon here at McMaster. The Orchard Park fans head for the lower part of the bowl.
And both these schools brought quite a few fans with them. Getting the day off school and enjoying the nice weather and cheering on their team. Always a fun tradition in high school.
So the officials have conferred with their coaches, and we're back on the field for the final 243 seconds of this Tier 2 championship, presumably. Chuka, the quarterback. He's got Krasula in the backfield. And we've got players everywhere. Is it offside or illegal procedure? We'll have to wait for the officials to sort that one out. We had a couple of Nora Henderson defensive players across the line of scrimmage, but generally when you have that much movement, and the penalty is against Nora Henderson, so that will move the ball up 5. Took 13 seconds off the clock. There's the handoff to Crusullo. He tries the left side, finds some room. Right side, rather. Left side. And gets the ball all the way down to the Nora Henderson 45. They've got 7 men in the box looking to stop this run and try to create a turnover. 3:24 remaining in regulation.
And who else would you rather give the ball to right now than Austin Crusullo?
Well, yeah, I can't imagine I'd give it to anybody else.
Not after the game he's had today.
No.
I mean, he's got to be well over 200 yards by now.
Chuka in shotgun. Crusullo behind him. Receivers flanked. Crusullo again. He's up to the guard tackle box trying to bust it up inside. He'll get to about the 42-yard line. Maybe the 40 where his forward motion is corralled. 2nd and 5, and again, the running game just kills the clock. It's still ticking. Under 2:40 to go.
Yeah, when you're getting 6 yards a carry at least, there's not much you can do. The D-line's got to tighten up here.
No, it's like the death of 1,000 cuts, isn't it? Chuka, flags fly before the snap of the ball. Chuka, oddly enough, was going to give the ball to Crusullo again. I can't imagine that.
I can't imagine why.
Penalty marched off against Nora Henderson. And that will give Orchard Park a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the Nora Henderson 35. Time the enemy of the Huskies. Time expiring. There's the handoff to Crusullo. He's going to the right side. He'll pick up about 3 yards. But folks, you notice that Chuka, the quarterback, stood there and let the time tick off as much as he possibly can before snapping the ball. We are under 2 minutes in regulation time in the Tier 2 Hamilton High School Senior Football Championship. Saw John Behe, the offensive coordinator for the Marauders, here before the game, looking for some future Marauder talent.
Yeah, there's definitely no shortage of that in this game here.
Absolutely.
I can tell you about 10 guys off the top of my head that have played excellent and be a great fit in university football.
They're on the Hurricanes neg list now, are they?
Yeah, I'll have them signed after the game.
Chuka watching the clock tick away, taking full advantage of the rules and the time he's got to get the ball in play. Now he snaps it. There's a handoff to Crusullo again. He busts it across the 25, down to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and pushed into touch at about the 2-yard line was Austin Crusullo. They have ridden that horse all day long.
They do not have an answer for this guy.
1st and goal for the Orchard Park Patriots. Now watch Crusullo. He's going left and gets a good block, adds some space. Doesn't get contact till he gets to almost the 10, and then he's pushed into bounds inside the 5. Or at the 5, I guess, since that's where they're scrimmaging from. 1st and goal from the 5, Orchard Park. 14-9. There's Crusullo again. He's stuffed in the backfield.
I think that might be the first negative run of the day for...
First negative run of the day, and that was stopped by Najibullah, who has had a huge impact on Nora Henderson's offense. And met the back right in the hole and stuffed him. Loss of 3. The first negative yardage carry of the day. 2nd and goal from the 8. Minute 17 remaining in regulation. There's the snap. There it is. Crusullo cuts right. Gets up between the guard and tackle. Tries to wake his way downfield, and he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. That'll bring up 3rd and goal from about the 3. There is no way that Orchard Park is going to bother to kick this football. A minute 10 remaining in regulation.
And they take a timeout.
They will, if they take the gamble and it doesn't get anywhere, then I think they're fairly confident that they can prevent Nora Henderson from going more than 105 yards in under a minute.
Yeah, I think Nora Henderson has the ability to go 110 yards or 105 yards, whatever it may be. The only problem is what's working for them really well is the run game, and that's eating up 3-4 minutes, and they don't have that kind of time.
Time winding down. 1:10 left in regulation time. Orchard Park with the ball, 3rd and goal from the Nora Henderson 4. Matt Chuka, the quarterback. But Austin Krasulia has been the story for the Patriots today. They are going to attempt a field goal. Krasulia to hold it. Devin Dallas to attempt the field goal. Ball is snapped, it's spotted, it's up, and it's good. Flag is down on the play. The field goal was good from Dallas, making the score 17-9, but there is a penalty flag down on the play. Penalty was against Nora Henderson. That is declined. They will take the points they earned on the field goal. And just like that, the football game is 17-9 in favor of Orchard Park. And Orchard Park to kick off to Nora Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson's going to have to string together a really quick drive.
Well,
here.
they need a quick score and a 2-point convert to tie this one up. TJ Saw and Andre Pond deep to return this. Sorry, Pond comes out of that. And Henderson will scrimmage 1st and 10 at their 35. Moffitt in shotgun. 6 receivers out. Got some time. Throws the ball and incomplete. Out to the 40. He had Saw, and that ball just thrown a little bit too hot. He wasn't able to corral it. 2nd and 10. 1:01 to go in the 4th quarter. 61 seconds. Here. Moffitt again in shotgun. 6 receivers out. Trying to get downfield. Throws the ball and over the outstretched hands of his intended receiver. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Tyler Moffitt just misses him by about a yard on this play. He runs a post pattern on the play, and he misses him just by about a yard. He hits him in stride, and that's an easy touchdown. I bet he wants that throwback.
Andre Pond, the intended receiver. Again, Moffitt. 6 receivers, 3 to the right, 3 to the left. Ball in the middle of the field. Moffitt drops back, looks, airs it out, and incomplete. Orchard Park will take over on downs at the 35-yard line with 46 seconds remaining in regulation time. And with the score 17-9, it appears all but academic. However, it is high school football.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Yeah, if you're Henderson, you're just hoping that something crazy could happen here.
The Orchard Park faithful suggesting that the Henderson people should go back to the mountain. Gee, I wonder who's going to get the handoff. Austin Krasulia, certainly the story for Orchard Park today. The 6-0 Patriots, the 5-0 Patriots rather, looking to go undefeated on the season. There's the handoff to Krasulia. He's met in the backfield. The second time today he is tackled for negative yardage. That'll bring up 2nd and about 14, 44 seconds remaining. Henderson will watch time tick away. They've got 41 seconds to snap the ball and get a play off, or rather 24 seconds, which will give them 17 remaining on the clock once they execute this play. Chuka in shotgun. There's the handoff to Krasulo. He's getting up to the almost back to the original line of scrimmage where his advance is stopped. And that'll bring up 3rd and 11 for Orchard Park. So now if you're Orchard Park, do you risk punting?
I think...
or with 14 seconds, you just run the clock down and take a knee?
Yeah, I think I'd probably just run the clock down, take a knee, and...
celebrate your championship.
That's right.
There's the snap. Matt Chuka takes a knee. Time has expired, and the Orchard Park Patriots have kept their undefeated season alive, beating the Nora Henderson Huskies this afternoon by a final score of 17-9. The Tier 2 High School Football Championship from Ron Joyce Stadium at McMaster University is in the books. And Orchard Park, and you can see the jubilant fans and players as they celebrate their undefeated season and a 4th title.
Yeah, I think the 2 takeaways for me is the excellent work of Angelo Morielli. He knows how to win championships, that guy. He's an excellent coach, and I mean the other takeaway I have is Austin Krasulia. He's a workhorse. He has to have 250 yards today, and I mean, who else could be MVP other than him?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He had 77 on first snap. First offensive play from scrimmage, he took it 77 yards to the house. And, yeah, I mean, if there is a MVP of today's game, it's got to be him. Or at least the guy who thought to give him the ball. The offensive coordinator who said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to ride this pony right to the finish line. The 2 teams now lining up to exchange handshakes and thoughts as they celebrate outstanding sportsmanship by both these fine schools. And kudos to Nora Henderson. I mean, they were 3-2 on the season, did not have an overly productive offense all year scoring-wise, and yet come in here and really took the Orchard Park, the 5-0 Orchard Park Patriots right down to the wire.
Oh, absolutely.
It was anybody's game to the last 2 minutes.
And I mean, if you take away that 78-yard run.
Yes.
I mean, it's a different ballgame.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think other than that, it was a really good back-and-forth battle between both these schools. And I think, I mean, Henderson having 10 less players says a lot to these guys for not giving up.
Well, and, you know, we talked about the efforts that Krasulia has made today, and we talked about getting the ball in his hands and riding that horse all the way to the end. And we're going to take a look at some of the highlights of this young man. If there is an MVP in today's game, he clearly is it. And this highlight package is going to demonstrate that for you very effectively. Take a look at this. Look at that. I mean, that's just great running, and he's got great visibility. That was his first carry this afternoon. First snap from scrimmage, and just like that, Orchard Park was in flight up 6-0. And then again, he runs. He's so quick when he takes the handoff and gets his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage, runs with authority, and also has excellent patience. Watch him pick his way to the outside and then try to turn it upfield. And then, of course, his second touchdown today. You know, 1 million yards rushing and 2 scores. This is definitely the MVP of the Tier 2 championship game today, is this young man. And, of course, the offensive coordinator who decided to put the ball in his hands. This is a play late in the 4th when on 2nd and long they ran a bit of a gamble play. He got to the outside, got all the way down inside the 10-yard line to the 5. Nora Henderson stopped them on that drive. They didn't get in the end zone, but they did kick a field goal to go up ultimately 17-9, and that's the way it ended today. So great football game. Matt Francis, great game, and you've got a big game coming up Sunday with the Hamilton Hurricanes.
Sunday at 4 o'clock, we'll be back here on TV, Cable 14, following the Hamilton Bulldog game, and it's the OFC Championship. That's it's a huge game for us. It's 6 out of the last 7 years we've been in it now, and winning it last in 2011. And
last time I was in one, Jason Hayes, your coach, was our quarterback. We've got nothing but incredible sports action. Here's a look at some of the football we've got. On the 6th, we've got the OFC Championship, the Windsor Fratmen versus the Hurricanes. Then on the 29th at 10 a.m., we've got the OFSA Bowl. Now, OFSA week, there's 3 games a day for 3 days. We've got the OFSA Bowl Championship on the 29th. So visit cable14.com for our full sports schedule, and make sure you turn in to Cable 14, bringing you tremendous programming from all of our volunteers. A great day today for the football game, and thanks to one and all for tuning in today and watching Orchard Park versus the Nora Henderson Huskies. For Matt Francis and all the crew at Cable 14, I'm Don Edwards saying thanks very much, and we'll see you Sunday night.
From Orchard Park.